2 decades now, the Wiggles have been enchanting children worldwide and making millions along the way. But on the eve of a massive tour to mark their 20-year milestone came a frightening blow. The Purple Wiggle and fan favourite Jeff Fatt collapsed and was diagnosed with a serious heart condition needing emergency surgery. Well, they say the show must go on, and the tour certainly did. But when I joined the Wiggles' travelling circus, I soon realised this is one show that could go on forever.
Get ready to wiggle. We've been ready for so long. Get ready.
I'm on the road, sweeping across Middle America with Australian music legends, the Wiggles.
It is a home away from home, really.
Well, it's the way rock stars travel, isn't it?
It is.
Top of the tots for 20 years now, and marking the anniversary with a tour worthy of one of the world's biggest bands, minus any contraband. Where's the beer and the drugs?
Somebody else's bus.
Oh man, that's a killer. There's nothing backstage except tambourines and water.
Tonight, 60 minutes. Backstage with the Wiggles. Tambourines and water. Look how happy you are. You do it thousands of times and you're still jumping out of your skin.
I think for that hour and a half we're on stage, you know, there's no cares in the world for me. I just love it.
Great. And what's not to love? 48-year-old Anthony Field and his fellow Wiggles are having a ball and earning a combined annual income of $50 million to boot. They play to 1 million fans a year in the same venues as U2 and Coldplay.
There's more noise than a Van Halen concert. The children will be talking the whole time. It's chaos, and it's actually brilliant chaos.
Are you ready to dance? Jeff, fall asleep, please. Are you ready to wake Jeff up?
But this 20th anniversary came with a stark reminder that our beloved Wiggles are mere mortals after all. A bunch of blokes now in their 40s and 50s.
1, 2, 3, wake up, Jeff!
Midway through shooting this story, 58-year-old Jeff Fatt, the Purple and perpetually sleepy Wiggle, had a real-life blackout. He collapsed while at the wheel of his car.
Anyway, what happened was I was driving and I had a bit of a fainting attack, and I basically blacked out and the car went off the road. Luckily no one was injured.
In some bands, such a physical meltdown might be blamed on sex, drugs and rock and roll. In Jeff's case, it was a dodgy ticker.
It turns out that I have my heartbeat dropped to about 30 beats a minute overnight when they were monitoring me, which is a really critical sort of a thing. So it was advised by the cardiologist to have a pacemaker installed. So I thought, yeah, let's do it. It'll take an hour and a half and I'll be out of hospital in 14 hours. And 2 weeks from then, I'll be back on tour. So.
But it meant, for the anniversary tour of America, Jeff has been replaced by a Wiggle half his age, 28-year-old Brad Carroll.
Practice your role.
My role? Yeah. What, the falling asleep in?
Wake up, Brad.
Look, it is a great honour, yeah. Jeff's a really kind of hard guy to replace because he's just, he's so multi-talented. The kids just absolutely love him. But I'm learning to fall asleep quite quickly, so...
Jeff, he really does. He usually falls asleep at the click of a finger, so I'm going to try it with you.
Follow the leader, do as you do.
Jeff doesn't usually do that.
That is fantastic, everybody. So let's wake up Brad.
Yes, it might be unthinkable to any 5-year-old, but that immortal catch cry, "Wake up, Jeff," has been hastily adapted.
2, 3, wake up, Brad!
Yellow bird, yellow bird.
Brad's a genius, but it's been very sad actually on this tour. I'm still not used to it. Yeah, 20 years touring with Jeff, never missed a show, And the first time we were talking about it on stage, I was tearing up.
Yeah, it was quite emotional.
Yeah.
Beat goes on, the beat goes on.
After his surgery to insert a pacemaker,
Drums keep
Jeff had another scare.
to the brain. I was feeling really, really well, and then I developed a blood clot, and that's a really frightening thing if you haven't experienced that before.
Because the scary thing about a blood clot is where it might end up.
Exactly. The biggest danger is the blood clot forming in the brain, which is essentially a stroke, and so I was very lucky in that sense.
I don't want to upset your recuperation, but I think between you and me, Brad loves the job.
Yeah, I've noticed that. Don't get too used to it, Brad.
Jeff may be coming back, but it's not the first time a Wiggle has had to hand on his skivvy to a younger model. 5 years ago, the preschool world was rocked when founding member and lead singer Greg Page also bowed out with illness, a rare disorder that affected his balance and coordination. He was replaced by Sam Moran, then 28.
Right now I'm going to officially hand over the yellow skivvy to the new yellow Wiggle, Sam Moran.
Thanks, Greg.
The day I found out, we were already on tour actually in America, and I think Greg had just received a diagnosis of what actually he had, so he realised it was not going to get better.
When Greg left, the media portrayed it like Mick Jagger's left the Rolling Stones, but for a child watching it, Greg is an element, Sam's an element, Jeff's an element, Murray and Anthony, and then you've got all the characters. So it's really not like a rock band in that if one person leaves, it's not. It can continue because you've got the music as another element and all the characters.
Let's see it. That's it.
In that sense at least, the Wiggles have become more brand than band, a multi-million-dollar juggernaut that powers on no matter who wears the skivvies. No one is indispensable.
Exactly.
Oh, no, that's true, yeah.
No, I'm joking. One of you is not dispensable. Which one is it?
Dorothy the dinosaur.
Long before the dinosaur, they were the Cockroaches, a one-hit wonder of the late 80s. Their fame was fleeting, but as uni graduates with teaching degrees, they soon hit upon the idea of combining their musical talents with education.
It was Anthony's idea to just gather a group of guys together who were musicians and put together an album of music for children using what we'd learned about the way children think.
But it was a red Wiggle, 51-year-old Murray Cook, who's to blame for the ubiquitous wiggly fingers. Where did this come from? How did this thing evolve?
They had 10-pin bowling, I think, on the ABC, and there were these two guys, and they were like so theatrical, I guess, that when one of them threw a strike, bowled a strike, is that what you say? The other one would turn to him and go... and so we were just doing it as a joke, and I started doing it on stage, and it kind of stuck.
When you don't know how to answer a question. when you hit us with one of those questions that you don't want to go...
How much money do the Wiggles make every year?
Another one? Still going.
They may not like to talk about their finances, but through sheer hard work, the Wiggles have become one of Australia's biggest entertainment exports. On this tour, they'll play 30 cities in 46 days and cover 20,000 kilometres.
Check 1, 2. Yeah. Hey, 1, 2. Hi, Emily. Hi, Emily.
It's a rock and roll lifestyle, but not as we know it.
We go in those buses that the rock bands are in, and the rap artists and the country music. And sometimes when we pull up at hotels, there's all these teenagers or rock fans going, "Who's in it? Who is in it?" And they say the Wiggles. 1, 2, 3, smile.
Oh, there's plenty of room for a wiggle in there.
Yeah, I'm pretty long, so...
You are, you're a big guy.
My bunk's down there, and it's kind of... I just fit in it. So, but you know, it's pretty comfortable.
Do you sleep with your head facing in the direction you're going?
No, you have to sleep with your feet down that end, because if there's an accident or something, you don't want to break your
We can't
neck.
lose another wiggle.
No.
I'm potato, I'm potato. I'm potato, I'm potato.
Mashed potatoes, mashed potatoes. Potatoes, 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 potatoes.
Because all the world loves a wiggle. Ever since they aired on the Disney Channel, America has embraced them. The rich and famous clamour to meet them. But it's the children of the world who truly connect, with a simple, honest message of fun.
We always try and make the shows different, a new challenge for us. And I think if people come to the shows and they go, well, they really enjoy it still, because we enjoy it because it's still fresh for us.
Chug a chug a big red car. We travel near and we travel far.
Meanwhile, back in Australia, Jeff's in training for his return to the stage when the tour starts here in October. Which, in his case, of course, means a lot of sleeping.
Wake up, Jeff.
But he's well aware that with or without him, the Wiggles will be with us for a long time to come.
Regardless of who is missing or whatever, the show will always go on, and Anthony is great at getting the best of whoever we have on stage, and it's really a really great entertainment package.
But no one is indispensable.
Exactly. But I will certainly hang in there for as long as possible.
The Wiggles will go on forever.
Yes.
You could even wiggle in a walking frame.
Exactly. It may be the bionic Wiggles.
Hello, I'm Tara Brown. Thanks for watching 60 Minutes Australia. Subscribe to our channel now for brand new stories and exclusive clips every week. And don't miss out on our extra minute segments and full episodes of 60 Minutes on 9now.com.au and the 9Now app.